Mr. Tom Vadakan, the BJP in the state has alleged that it was the presence of certain umbrellas that were going to be used for the Kodamatam that triggered this whole angst from the local commissioner. They have alleged that this is deliberately done to disrupt the Pooram celebrations.
Well, Anand, there's a lot of truth in it. Because this time the Kodamatam, the Koda, that is the umbrella, had digital, display. It is normally not that way. They traditionally come out with the electrical arrangements, but this was digital totally. And the cops looked like they were under some instruction, to be honest with you. The normal practice is for the audience to be closer into Swaraj round, and they were not permitted. They were manhandled. The other exercise that went about is these people who had come from all sections of Kerala and abroad, tourists, were not allowed to be in close vicinity to the entire exercise. And as you mentioned, the Vedikatta was. The years I remember Vedikatta, I have been a resident of Thrissur. I have never missed it. And it's in the middle of the night that the sky is illuminated. Even Washington, D.C., during their celebration, used to use our technology for their celebrations. So that is the kind of range that firework operation was. And here was the police commissioner and his assistant police commissioner saying that there is a situation where we cannot hold it at that time. The Muhurtam was over, and after that, around 7 o'clock during broad daylight, this had to be done. And one more thing, the mahouts who had to feed the elephants were not given permission to reach the elephant. Now, can you imagine a situation where the elephants are not properly fed in time? It could create a situation where, there have been accidents earlier, but this would have been a real man-created tragedy. And this entire exercise, now the left government says, we will institute an inquiry, we are asking the election commission or whatever to take permission to remove them. Now, police officers don't act blindly unless they have information, and the information comes from the top. They have acted according to what instructions that were given to them. These officers are victims of the orders that have come from top. Law and order machinery is with the state government. So the left government cannot wash its hands, Anand, on this issue. This has created a situation which has led to a lot of frustration, not only in Thrissur, but all those who came all the way from Kerala, from other parts of Kerala, who had to go back without even seeing the entire operation. Now, it's a sad commentary that a festival which is secular, let me redefine, the Christians are involved in it, Muslims are involved in it, Hindus are involved in it. It is one of the most secular festival, I think, Kerala has ever seen, and that has been ruined by instructions from the top, and the police officers have manhandled people. The Devasam board withdrew the elephants. Can you beat this? In the middle of the process, a part of protest, the elephants were withdrawn.
Yeah, the Tirumbadi Devasam particularly withdrew it because we are given to understand, Vivek Srivastav, that there were frantic calls that went from the left candidate of the Lok Sabha elections in Thrissur to the central leadership and said, control this, otherwise the sentiment is going to swing away from us. We are given to understand that the IG of Kerala had to intervene and admonish the commissioner before things were brought. But by then, too much water and too much had gone to pass. The entire festival disrupted.
Look, first of all, the CPI candidate, Mr. V.S. Sunil Kumar, has clearly said that he has issued a statement, unnecessary interference of the police had created a ruckus because they acted without imbibing the spirit of the festival. This is the official statement that he has made. Nobody is foolish enough in the time of elections to be coming out and creating such a ruckus. That's the first part. Second part, Mr. Vadakan is confused. It is the police which goes into the fact finding. It is the police which acts if there is something in which political leaders are involved or something controversial, then they try to contact the Home Minister. In every state, this is the process. It is not as if the government is running into fact finding and gives the instruction to the police to act. Number two, the police of that area, although you have rightly said the Chief Minister has acted against the Commissioner and the Assistant Commissioner, they have been transferred, the complaints by the temple boards have been taken and cognizance is being done. However, I would like to add one thing. The amount of pressure because of the BJP and the allied organizations right through Ramzan till the festival of Eid, and now this was immense. We were expecting, and we are very careful over there, the police, that this is election time and no incidents which is unpleasant might happen. The way things have been, the BJP is missing out, mismanaging things in Bengal. We don't want a repetition of the same in Kerala. However, yes, I do agree, the police was over enthusiastic. It should not have done what it did, and the corrective action is being taken. There is no politics behind it. And I believe the police reacted because of the immense pressure, because of these gentlemen. Mr. Suresh Gopi, the BJP candidate over there, he was nowhere in picture, and finally when everything was solved, he comes over there and tries to take the credit. He tries to take the credit that, he's trying to solve out the problem.
The person who was supposed to be in picture there is the revenue minister of the state, who though not acting as a, and who was absconding from about 8 p.m. in the evening till about 4:35 a.m. in the morning, not taking calls. The person who was absconding was also the collector who pushed on the blame to the commissioner. Now these are all what sources are telling me here at CNN News 18. And Lokesh Jindal, the point is, whose responsibility is it? Look at the sensitivity when it came to Ramzan. But why the same sensitivity not extended to the Pooram? Is that an unfair question to ask?
Well,